Hey guys, Will Beach here, real quick with an update leading into Christmas week with our Apple stock technical analysis on the hourly chart. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update as we're leading into Monday. Obviously, it's a short week. There won't be any trading on the 25th Friday. Give me 1 second here. 24. Alright, so we're going to jump into this really quickly. So remember last video, which was a few days ago, we said we had initiated a long entry, but we were waiting for our MACD pullback, which you can see was occurring here. And every time it looked like it wanted to give us the crossover to get our run, it just kept going down and down. Now we're trading below the 0 line on the MACD. It's not the greatest signal. We're under the 50, under the 20. Typically at this point we no longer have the run up. We're stuck in between what I call the dead zone, and from here you typically see a loss of momentum and it typically dwindles back down again. Now what we wanted to see with a nice positive run up on the hourly was that we'd retest some highs. We got up to right around 130 here on Thursday, and then it kind of trickled out and then dropped Friday, and then like I said, we're stuck in that dead zone. So what we were looking for was that MACD crossover to the downside, which we achieved, but we did not find the support we were looking for on the 50 for a continuation, as well as the MACD crossover into a positive territory to show that we wanted to continue to run. And now with this move that was so strong down, the momentum has shifted to the downside, but it is not in full momentum effect. You can just see by the opposite runs on the ADX. ADX is increasing as MACD is decreasing. Therefore, the momentum is going to the downside. That's where it is headed towards. It has not reached a momentum state, but that's what we're looking at. And as long as it gets rejected up here at this 20/50 combination resistance, then you're going to see continued downside, at least to retest the 225 again, which I think would show a really weak move overall, considering we just got to this momentum state. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour. Okay. The stock market, right, is closed Friday, but it should also be closed by 1 p.m. on Thursday. So just keep that in mind as we're rolling through the holidays here, that it's a very short week. The 4-hour had the long entry way back here. You can see it held that 50 support and then it got that run up, which would have been the hourly indicator, right? So the 4-hour was already in the momentum state and now it's pulling back into consolidation. We call it consolidation because all of our signals are moving together. You can see that by ADX down, MACD down, momentum down, and stochastic down. Whenever they're all in tangent with each other, they're moving together, which means you're just consolidating. There's no strong move in any direction. And because it had just got a large up run, right, it's going to go down and it's going to get to these bottom Bollingers and kind of push the 50 and then come back up a little bit and then just consolidate, right? It's just trying to find out where it wants to go. But typically that's the next sign for a reversal, not a continuation. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. And then when we go into the daily chart, you can see it was rounding off, right? There was never any additional momentum for the long entry. We have simply consolidated, and you can see the same thing I was just saying before, right? When you got to this point, look at all the indicators, down, 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 down. They're all running together. What did it do? It ran down into the 50, kind of bottom Bollinger, bounced up to the top Bollinger, down, and it just bounces around, right? That's how you enter consolidation. Then what you're looking for is for the ADX to come all the way down and reset into the, I like to see it hit 10. It looks like it got into the below 15 is, you know, it's pretty close, but I like to see it come down to 10, what I call a reset, and then I like to see where the path is going to lead us. So who's holding the ADX right now? It is the longs, but there's no momentum behind it. So if it continues, you should see supports right at higher levels and then higher highs until it builds into it. I just don't know what to expect towards the end of this year, leading into next year. There's so much going on that you just got to watch it. When you come off these highs back here, and then it wants to try and test some new levels, but it's just not building enough momentum to do it. It's just something to keep an eye out for. You don't want to get stuck trading these high levels if you don't have the momentum to back the push. You can see volume, even though I don't really play volume too much, you can see volume was pretty significant for this downside move, so something to keep an eye on there. MACD is super close to its crossover. Momentum is super close to its crossover. Stochastic super high, so it could easily cross over. All these could trend us back down to the downside for a retest of 225, which has not happened since the beginning of this trend. And that's, you know, it gets unusual, right? The further along this trend you get, and because it's a moving average, eventually it's going to have to come down and test this. So I'm keeping an eye out for that. We have, again, we don't have the momentum. That's why we wait for confirmation, which would have been in this area. We did not get confirmation on our play. And that's, you know, if you would have played it from here, I mean, 126 to 129, $3 move if you wanted to take it, but that risk isn't worth it to me because I want the confirmation that we're going to continue going upwards, which would have happened in this area, and it did not. So with that being said, I hope this helps going into the week. It's a short week. We're stuck in the dead zone again. I don't expect much coming out of this. Usually if you get consolidation here, you can get another quick push up, but it's not going to be as high. It'll probably stop somewhere in that 128.67, and most likely it could happen in the pre-market and then followed up by more downside in the actual you know, market hours. So we're gonna keep an eye out, and I hope you guys have a safe holiday season. I hope you guys are trading well. I personally won't be taking any positions this week. It's too short of a week. I don't like it. I don't want to get risk. I don't want the risk of getting stuck in any position. So I'll just wait it out, and I'll try and do another analysis on. I might be able to get one out tomorrow, like midday. I'm trying to think of my schedule. Tuesday for sure, and possibly Wednesday evening, but we'll see. There's a lot going on this week, so we'll see how we do it. Anyways, good luck, guys. Keep trading safe, and I will see you guys on the next one.